So first of all, I think your team is kept me on the loop the whole time, and I felt like it was sort of seamless start to finish. I didn't really know what to expect, but I just felt like it was above and beyond service, honestly. So thank you. It was so simple. Like, and I get updates from our team, but I could read the updates. So I'm really grateful for it, even sort of the package afterwards. So thank you. You know how I feel about it. Honestly, I didn't know if I was sort of ready for that level of exposure or nor that I think I sort of wanted it, but I know that it was for the business. And I feel like it really changes the way people think of you when you have something um, that builds credibility. And for me, on a personal level, I'm not motivated necessarily by sort of the fame, but the impact. So I feel like that changed the game for us and our ability to be able to advertise. So um, yeah, it puts us in a different playing field. So I'm really grateful for it. I feel like I haven't sort of caught up to even imagine how we could maximize it, honestly. But um, yeah, I think it changed our playing field. But I do think that it changes the way the strategist and the student almost see this as an authority. And there's sort of like a wow factor, I guess. I used it for the first time. And I was, I've been doing this 15 years and, we established a school just in the last 2.5 years and we were featured in Forbes. It was a random conversation and it kind of took me off guard, to be honest. Um, and the response was, oh, wow. So that was sort of how it even changed the team's capacity to say, we don't have to go incremental. You go strategically, go for the big win. So
When we first talked, like you shared with me that you kind of felt like you wanted to throw up by just the whole thought of it. And now it sounds like you feel invigorated by it. Like,
yeah,
do you feel different inside at all? Or is more of just like accepting it? Or how are you feeling?
that's a good question. I think when I felt like I was throwing up, I took it more personally in a sense
Hmm.
like, wow, is it possible that a dream like this, that perhaps the dream of expanding and exposure could be actually happening, sort of like almost that act of courage, or even feeling like, whoa, that's a huge deal. I think where I am now, sort of after the emotion of the possibility of being able to create massive impact is really seeing there's great work to be done. And this is an incredible vehicle. And it's not really about me, January. That was an exciting time for me, but really it's about exposing our capacity to do greater impact. So I think that I don't know if that's a shift. I'm really grateful for you. So I really appreciate you having the courage to ask me because I don't know if I would have done anything unless somebody would have asked me or you would have pushed me. And I think you've sort of seen my journey and you knew when it was ripe. You, you think of something in your life where maybe you're a little girl or you're when I first did this maybe 20 years ago, I don't think you would dream of wanting to be on Forbes or anything that's even though it was sort of just a little portion. And so in some ways, it was going above my own limitations in my own mind. So I think that was where I think where the throwing up part, maybe sorry for that. Right came up. So in it's seeing like, okay, impossibles are possible if you are just dare and keep hustling. And this has been a journey way with a lot of hustle. So I think maybe that's where it comes from. But now I feel like, gosh, if we could use the media as a platform to continue to expand and show them the work that we're doing and what the women are doing, I just think it's a great opportunity.